narito, buksan mo ang iyong radyo. Lahat kami ay narito, tapat sa aming serbisyo. Walang problemang di malalampasan. Magliliwanag ang ating kinabukasan. Dance Radio, silid-aralan sa radyo. Hatid namin makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo. Kahit saan at kahit kailan, hindi ka iiwanan. Hatid namin bagong kaalaman. Edukasyo'y susulong, basta't magtulong-tulong. Sulong edukalidad, that's Radio. Learning is amazing.
Ito ang 106.3 Dance Radio. Dance Radio.
Prepare yourself.
Ang silid-aralan sa radyo, hatid namin ay makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo at kalaman. Mapaumaga, tanghali o hapon man yan, ang istasyong magbibigay impormasyon kahit saan man.
For something big. Alright, here we go.
106.3 Dance Radio. Doña Aurora National High School, Santa Rita, Aurora, Isabela.
This
106.3 DWBR-FM. Facts and information. Today's learning for new normal with capable teachers whose heart and soul are divine. Delivered knowledge inside your home through 106.3 Dance Radio. Fully dedicated to serve the public in tribute to education, reproduce of radio-based instruction. We are pleased to deliver the utmost aim of education. Only here on 106.3 TWDR-FM.
Alam, bakit ang gulo ng hair?
Good morning, Aurora, Isabela! Welcome to 106.3 FM, Dance Radio, to our program today, English Horizon. I'm Teacher Dennis Mendoza. With me is Teacher Claudine Rambach for an introduction.
So hello there, grade 7 learners. Welcome to another fun and exciting adventure together. Welcome to our English class. Blessed Wednesday also to the administration and staff of Doña Aurora National High School. Good morning to my grade 7 Rizal who are listening right now. I am Teacher Claudine N. Rambach, and with me are the other grade 7 English teachers, Teacher Jane, Teacher Nina, and Teacher Dennis. Okay, so kindly greet your students, teachers.
Hello! Happy Wednesday, everyone! Especially to my grade 7 Archimedes, Galileo, Newton, and SPJ. Happy listening! I hope you will learn many things today.
Hello! Amazing morning, dear grade 7 learners! Especially to my advisory class, 7 Jacinto, and also to 7 Lapu-Lapu and 7 Del Pilor. Stay tuned with us until the end of this episode. Smile while watching and listening because God's grace is with us. Thank you!
Yes! Isa na kayo. Tinitignan kasi ako rito. Grade 7 teachers din ha. Natin po yung mga grade teacher 7 natin. Okay, Ma'am Leslie Ann Ramos, Ma'am Catherine Ordinario, Teacher Jonah Buduan, Teacher Jennifer Velasco, and Teacher Jarlene Munar. Binabati ron nila ang kanilang mga advisory class at ang kanilang mga tinuturuang mga sections. Yan, grade 7.
Yes.
So, thank you so much, teachers.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, today is going to be an amazing day. We are going to once again talk about grammar. You are going to listen to your third RBI lesson for quarter 1, shift 2, which is about past and past perfect tenses. As you listen, you should be able to, number 1, we have the, do we have the PowerPoint? Wala pa? Wala pa tayong PowerPoint. Okay, mamaya na yung PowerPoint natin. Number 1, identify the correct verb form to be used in sentences. And number 2, construct sentences using the past and past perfect tense of the verb. For those who are following us via our Facebook live stream, don't forget to comment our hashtag for today. Comment in our chat box. Hashtag past and past perfect tense.
Yes, so we hope that you are going to stay with us until the end of this segment. Get your last and your writing materials. And here now is your RBI lesson for today. Enjoy listening.
Bakit ba, Joel? Okay.
Yes na yes.
Dance Radio, siniharalan sa radyo, atid namin makabago, paraan ang pagtuturo.
Wala nang makakapigil pa. Sulong Arangkada 106.3 Dance Radio sa Aurora, Isabela.
Edukasyo'y susulong, basta't magtulong-tulong, sulong edukalidad. Dance Radio, learning is amazing.
Language,
Grammar and Literature.
a program that will develop your vocabulary.
Comprehension. Critical and analytical skills.
This is the English Learning Area. Only here on 106.3 the WDRFM Dance Radio.
Where learning is amazing.
Good morning, our dear listeners, especially the grade 7 students of Doña Aurora National High School. This is your school on the air, and it's English time. English time. We are happy to be with you today, dear learners. Make it a habit to tune in here in our station 106.3 DWDR-FM Dance Radio. I am your host for today, Teacher Rufino Arpomede Jr. With me is Teacher Michael Jan M. Tumulak, our technical specialist. This morning, let's try to improve our communication skills through the correct use of simple past tense and the past perfect tense of verbs. I hope you are in the most comfortable area while listening to this broadcast. Your place must be well lighted and ventilated so that you will clearly understand the discussion for today's lesson. Let's get going with our topic. May I introduce to you your radio teacher, Teacher Catherine S. Ordinario.
I have a great pleasure to say good morning, our dear grade 7 learners, and also to those who are listening right now.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
I am your radio teacher for today, Teacher Catherine S. Ordinario, inspiring you to continue your passion to learn not only for your bright future, but also for the whole world. How are things going with you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine, thank you.
I hope you are doing well.
Yes, ma'am.
I know you are worrying about COVID-19 that may change the world economically and socially. We can surely get through this pandemic by protecting ourselves and others. Today, we are going to discuss about past and past perfect tense. You are expected to use the past and past perfect tenses correctly in varied contexts. To attain this, you should be able to identify the correct verb form to be used in sentences and construct sentences using the past and past perfect tenses of the verb. Okay, let's get started.
Let's go!
Are you holding your learning activity sheet now?
Yes, ma'am.
Remember, the title of your learning activity sheet is Past and Past Perfect Tense. Before we begin the discussion, let me ask you a question. When were you born? Of course, most of you were born in 2007 and some in 2008.
Yes, ma'am.
Next, who had been elected President of the Philippines when you were born? Correct! Maria Gloria Macaraeg Macapagal Arroyo, popularly known as GMA, who served as the 14th President of the Philippines from 2001 until 2010. Let me repeat the sentence. Gloria Macapagal Arroyo had been elected President of the Philippines when you were born. Now, what two past actions are mentioned in the sentence? Extremely great! They are had been elected and were born, which are in the past perfect tense and past tense respectively. The simple past and past perfect tenses are both used to talk about things that happened in the past. However, we use the past perfect tense to talk about something that happened before another action in the past, which is usually expressed by the simple past. Now, what should you remember when using these two tenses? Correct! You should remember the following pointers. 1. Use the simple past when the action started in the past, finished in the past, and is not continuing now. How can you determine that an action happened in the past? Excellent! You use an expression that denotes a specific past time. Such expressions are yesterday, a long time ago, last year, last week, 5 years ago, and others. For example, Carla wrote a story last night. What is the verb? Correct! The verb in the sentence is wrote. What expression tells that the action happened in the past? Precisely! It happened last night. By the way, how is the past tense of a verb formed? You could say so. A regular verb forms its past tense by simply adding d or ed to its base form. For example, graduate to graduated and walk to walked. An irregular verb forms its past tense by changing or maintaining its spelling. For example, give to gave and set to set. 2. The past perfect tense is used to show that something happened before another action in the past. It can also be used to show that something happened before a specific time in the past. For example, Mother had finished cooking by the time my sister arrived. What is the first past action denoted by the past perfect tense? Amazing! It's Had finished. How about the second past action denoted by the simple past tense? Absolutely! It's arrived. To form the past perfect tense, you use the past tense of has or have, which is had, and add it to the past participle of the main verb. For example, had given, had produced, had come, and others. 3. The present perfect tense. It tells us that an action started in the past and it is still happening now, or it is something that happens regularly. We may need more information to tell us how long it has been going on. It may also tell us that the time it started is still going on. For example, the speaker has been discussing the topic since this morning. What is the verb in the sentence? You're quite right. It's has been discussing. The present perfect tense is used to denote that the action began in the past, which is this morning, and continues to the present. We'll be back after this short reminder.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome to Spelling Bee Elimination Round. Spell the word typhoon. Typhoon. T-Y-F-O-O-N.
In doubt about the correct spelling of confusing words, be diligent in learning spelling rules to improve your English writing skills. A friendly reminder from the English Department, Doña Aurora National High School, and this station.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. I have just finished accomplishing the task found in my module. How can I send you my outputs for checking and feedbacking?
Oh, that's a nice question. There are actually 3 ways for a student like you to submit your outputs. 1. It could be via online. That is, if you are capable to connect online. You can just upload your outputs in your Google Classroom, or you can take pictures and send them through your group chat or messenger account.
Ma'am, how about if we do not have internet connection?
If you do not have internet connection, you can submit your accomplished tasks in 2 ways. 1. You can ask your parents to submit your outputs in the designated drop-off center. 2. You can save your outputs if you have available flash drive, CD, or DVD at home, and submit it in the designated drop-off center in your respective barangay.
Wow! It's nice to know that there are varied ways on how we can submit our accomplished task.
Always remember, for submission of outputs, you can do it via online, offline, or physical submission. Because at Dance, we make amazing things possible.
I'm back! Let's find out how well you have understood the lesson. It's time to answer exercise number 1, titled Actions Mean a Lot, on page 21. What can you see? Right! There are 5 pictures in the first column. These pictures indicate 2 actions that happened in the past. You can also find 5 sentences in the second column. Your task is to choose the letter of the sentence that expresses the action shown in the picture. Write the letter of your answer on a separate sheet of paper. For example, what does picture number 1 show? Great! You can see a woman holding a mop. Now, which of the sentences expresses the action shown by the picture? Very good! It's the third sentence that states, "She had cleaned the room when I got home." So, the answer is letter C. You may continue answering this activity after this broadcast. Let's continue with exercise number 2, titled Know My Roles, still on page 21. There are 10 sentences. Each sentence has 2 verbs. Your task is to identify which verb is used in the simple past and which one is used in the past perfect. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. For example, after Fred had spent his holiday in Italy, he learned Italian. What 2 past actions are stated in the sentence? Very good! They are had spent and learned. So, you have to write number 1 in the first column because it's the first sentence. Learned in the second column because it's in the simple past. And had spent in the third column because it's in the past perfect tense. You may continue answering this activity after this broadcast. We'll be back to continue with the next exercise after this infomercial.
Let us widen your vocabulary.
Spell the word typhoon, which means a tropical storm in the region of the Indian or Western Pacific Oceans. Typhoon. T-Y-P-H-O-O-N. Typhoon. Use it in a sentence.
Use it.
Use it.
The Philippines is visited on the average by 20 or more typhoons every year.
This vocabulary development is brought to you by English Learning Area of Doña Aurora National High School and this station.
Do you encounter problems in accomplishing the different activities in your modules or learning activity sheets?
Worry no more because your teachers are always ready to guide and assist you. You can send your questions or clarifications in 2 easy ways. 1. Call or text, and 2. Private message. So easy, right? Remember, at Doña Aurora National High School, we make amazing things possible.
This reminder is brought to you by Doña Aurora National High School and this station.
I'm back! Let's continue with the exercise number 3, titled My Connection, on page 22. There are 2 columns, column A and column B. Analyze the 2 groups of sentences that indicate 2 past actions. Decide which pairs of sentences correctly connect to form a sensible sentence. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. For example, after Sophie had finished her work, what do you think is the correct sentence from column B to continue this sentence? You're right! It's she went to lunch. So, the answer is letter A. You may continue answering this activity after this broadcast. Let's move on with exercise number 4, titled Complete Me, on page 22. Your task is to fill in the blank with the correct past or past perfect form of the verb enclosed in parentheses in each sentence. For example, after the company blanked Joe, he began to work on his project. The given verb enclosed in parentheses is hire. What is the correct form of this verb to complete the sentence? Very well said. It's had hired. You may continue answering this activity after this broadcast. Let's proceed to exercise number 5, titled The Other Side of Me, on page 23. You are given 10 sentences with 2 verbs enclosed in parentheses. Analyze the sentences and decide which of the verbs should be used in its past tense and which one should be in its past perfect tense. Rewrite the sentences. Observe correct spelling, capitalization, and punctuation. For example, when he woke up, his mother had already prepared breakfast. You may continue answering this activity after this broadcast. That ends the discussion of our lesson for today. I think we have covered everything that we needed to discuss. Let's sum up. What does the simple past tense indicate? Yes, you're right. It indicates an action that happened at a specific time in the past. How is it formed? Precisely. It is formed by adding D or ED if it is a regular verb, and by changing or maintaining its spelling if it is an irregular verb. How about the past perfect tense? What does it indicate? Correct! It indicates an action that happened before another action in the past. How is it formed? Very good! It is formed by the auxiliary verb had plus the past participle of the main verb. To help you improve your retention and understanding of today's lesson, I am going to give you one assignment to be submitted to your subject teachers. Turn your learning activity sheet on page 23. Have you found exercise number 6, titled Reminiscing the Past? Okay! You are going to relate a story about your most treasured vacation with your family. You have to use the simple past and the past perfect tense of the verb in your story. Be guided by the rubrics for writing a story on page 24. At this point, turn again your learning activity sheet on page 24 where you can find the activity for reflection. After working on the different activities, complete the statement, "What I have learned in this activity is that..." In addition, answer honestly the questions written on a separate sheet of paper which will be picked up by the teachers assigned in your barangay. Or you may send it through online. It's already time to end our session this morning. I have such a nice time spent with you. Just call me up or send me a message if there is anything else that I can do for you. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye!
Thank you very much, Teacher Kathy. What a lovely day spent with you, dear learners. Keep the desire to learn more.
Yay!
Nelson Mandela, the first black president of South Africa, once said, and I quote, "The power of education extends beyond the development of skills we need for economic success. It can contribute to nation building and reconciliation. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Great one indeed! I would also like to acknowledge our script writer, Teacher Annabel C. Acopido. Thank you so much, ma'am. Once again, thank you for being with us today. This is your host, Teacher Rufino R. Pomede Jr. Goodbye!
Language,
Grammar and literature.
a program that will develop your vocabulary.
Comprehension. Critical and analytical skills.
This is the English Learning Area. Only here on 106.3 D WDR-FM Dance Radio.
Where learning is amazing. Dance Radio, siniparalan sa radyo, atid namin makabago, paraan ang pagtuturo.
Wala nang makakapigil pa. Sulong Arangkada 106.3 Dance Radio sa Aurora, Isabela.
Edukasyo'y susulong, basta na magtulong-tulong, sulong edukalidad. Dance Radio, learning is amazing.
The third RBI lesson for Quarter 1, Shift 2. And before we start, let me read to you the flow of the discussion today. I will discuss about verbs and the past form of verbs. Teacher Nina will discuss the uses of the simple past tense. Teacher Dennis will discuss about the past perfect tense. And Teacher Jane will be the one to discuss the uses of past perfect tense.
Okay.
So, before we start, let's have a review about our past lesson. Can you still remember our past lesson? Comment in our chat box if you can still remember our past lesson.
Go, go, go!
Okay, so let's see.
Hey learners, comment now.
Okay, let us see.
Let's
Who are
see.
those? Okay, so we have here Luke, Benko, past and past perfect. Huh? Past lesson, anak? Past lesson
What
last
is our past lesson? We have an answer from Liza Orifon.
Passive.
Her answer is passive and active voices of verb.
Correct.
That's
Okay,
correct.
that's correct.
Congratulations, Liza.
Our
So last
past lesson.
we discussed about the active and passive voice.
Yes.
So in active voice, the subject performs the action of the sentence, while in the passive voice, the receiver of the action is the focus of the sentence. Hence, it is in the subject part. We also tackled about the ways in changing active voice to passive voice and vice versa. So let's see if you truly understood our past lesson. So let's have Ma'am Jane Arlene for a short activity.
Okay, to see if you really understood the lesson last meeting, let us answer this 3-item activity. Type or text active if the form of the sentence is in the active voice, and type passive if the sentence is in the passive voice. Okay?
Yes. Okay.
Get ready, learners. Number 1. Reporters write news reports. Okay, key in your answers.
Passive?
Okay, dear learners, you are going to identify if the sentence given
Okay.
is in the active or passive.
We have answers now. Kay Felrita.
Felrita.
Wow.
Felrita, yes. Felrita, ang sagot niya ay active.
Okay.
Very
She
good.
is correct. Very good, Felrita. Your answer is correct. Why active? Okay, we have here, we learned that when the sentence is in the active voice, the focus is on the doer of the action. In the sentence, reporters write news reports. Reporters is our subject, and it is the doer of the action.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Next.
Okay.
Number
2. The modules have been delivered by the teachers. Okay. Key in your answers for number 2.
Okay, we have William Orate Jr., 7 Jacinto, passive.
Okay,
That's
congratulations. That's right. I
Galing
think
nila.
they listened well, Sir Dennis.
Yes.
Okay,
Very
why
active.
passive?
Yes.
The modules have been delivered by the teachers. Okay, passive is the reverse of the active, of course.
Yes.
Hence, the doer or the receiver of the action is in the subject part of the sentence. The focus of the sentence is on the receiver of the action. And of course, we have here the head word by the teachers.
Yes.
Okay? Number 3.
For number 3.
Very good sila, mga sir,
Talaga,
mga ma'am and
correct.
sir. Number 3, John will pass his outputs by Monday. Is it active or passive? Go, go, go!
Okay, Jello Partible, 7 Archives.
Ganong
Active
kabilis.
ang sagot niya. Active.
Congratulations,
Yes.
Jello! You listened well, anak.
Your
Okay.
answer is correct.
Correct.
Yes.
Congratulations. Why active? We have there again and again. We have the doer of the action, which is John, which is also the subject in the sentence.
Yes.
Correct? Okay. So that is our review. So I guess they listened well,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Correct.
So thank you so much,
That's
Ma'am
the
Jane.
evidence.
And
Panghimagas pa lang yan, ma'am. Panghimagas pa lang yan. ha?
Yes,
tignan mo.
correct.
Gagaling nila.
And they are very active. Ang
Yes.
galing-galing nila. Grabe. Okay.
Okay, so thank you so much, Ma'am Jane, and congratulations to the students who got the correct
Yes.
answer. And now, let us have Sir Dennis to give you a fun game. So take it away, Sir Dennis.
Yes, okay. Let's have a fun game. Before we dig deeper with our lesson for today, let us have this activity.
Nag-answer
Now,
din ang anak.
listen learners, I will show you pictures. All you have to do is to identify the actions based on the given pictures. Write down a sentence using the simple past tense. Simple past tense. Comment your name, section, and your sentence. And here is the situation in the picture. Let's have the number 1 picture. Now, it's about Sam's birthday was yesterday. What did Micah do?
Okay. Let us see.
Okay, in your answer.
Key your answer, dear learners. Remember using the simple past tense.
Look, Bengo,
Of the
I'm
verb.
sorry, your answer is Gips. No. Okay, like Orifon, her answer is 7 Archimedes. They gave, baka gave a present in my birthday. Okay.
Felrita.
Felrita Acupido, sabi ng Galileo, Micah gave a gift to Sam yesterday.
Yes.
Wow.
The sentence is
Correct.
Good,
Wow.
Rita.
Galing-galing.
An active listener.
Panghimagas pa lang yan, mga ma'am. Panghimagas pa lang yan. Mamaya
Okay,
makikita
Liza
niyo na.
Orifon gave.
Yes.
The action. The
Mhm.
action shown in
Yeah, gave.
the picture is
Yes.
gave.
What about Noriel here? She give a gift. So we instructed you, anak, to give the past, simple past.
Oo, past
Okay?
tense na pala. Simple past lang.
Right.
Oo.
Okay.
Ganun pa man. Thank you very much, Kai.
Felrita again.
Yes. Now, let's have the second one. Yan, again. So,
Alright.
I have here a picture, ha? Ito naman, ha? When Mika gave Sam a gift, what did Sam do?
Okay.
Okay.
Key in your answers,
What
dear
is
learners.
Okay, write your answer now. Remember, you are going to use simple past tense
Laika
of the
Orifon
verb.
of Seven
Okay,
Archimedes,
yes.
sabi niya, Sam thanked
thanked
Mika.
Mika. Okay,
Wow,
the
the
sentence is
Yes.
also correct.
Yes, that's
Oo.
right.
But Liza, anak, next time when you write a sentence, your sentence should have a punctuation mark at the end, and then
Yes.
avoid using all capitals.
Okay, we have also an answer from Peter Emmanuel.
But her answer is correct, ah?
Yes, of 7 Galileo.
Sabi
His
niya,
answer is Sam opened Micah's gift.
Yes, correct.
correct.
Galing ng mga
The
batang
action
ito,
is open.
Open.
Yes, that's
Okay.
right.
So very
Sarah
good.
Lee. We have Sarah Lee also. Sam opened the gift.
Wow.
Wow,
Her
very
answer is
good.
correct. But Sarah, again, anak, let's put punctuation mark at the end, okay? To make it
Okay.
a complete sentence.
Yes, that's right.
Right. Sam
Yes, sir.
opened the gift.
okay. So, great job. Congratulations to our winners. Ilan ba nanalo ngayon? Ilan nanalo? Tatlo? Dalawa ba binigay
Dalawa
niyo?
ba,
Tatlo?
Ma'am Jane?
Yes.
3 plus 2, so we
Five
have
na.
5
Five
already.
na.
Naglista
Yes.
ka, ma'am?
Yan. Lahat sila ay tatanggap ng
20
20 pesos worth of
load.
Yes,
Wait,
Yeah.
first winner natin si Felrita, yes?
Yes.
Okay,
Rita.
then
And then
Susunod si ano?
William
Followed by?
Si ano?
William.
Oo.
William Olate ba yun?
Yes.
okay, William Olate, and then
Jello Partible.
Jello.
Yes.
Okay,
Liza Orifon.
Liza
Yes.
Alright.
And Peter Emmanuel.
Okay.
Oh,
Peter
very good.
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Those are the winners.
Oo, marami kaming
Okay,
dito,
marami
ha?
pa.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, marami pang dadating.
Yes, Teacher Claudine.
Okay, so congratulations to all the winners. Before we proceed, let us first define verbs. Okay, what is a verb? Okay, so a verb is a word that expresses action such as walk, run, jump, or a state of being such as the be verbs is, are, was, and were. So we have also the state of being verbs exist such as exist, feel, and taste. Okay, so for today, we have also the 3 tenses of verb, namely the past, present, and the future. For today, let's talk about the past tense of verb. So, past tense is used to talk about actions that happened at a specific time in the past. Okay, this can be in terms of, first, events in the past that are now finished. Second, situation in the past. And third, a series of actions in the past. But, how to formulate the simple past tense of verbs? Okay, so in simple past tense, we have the regular and irregular verbs. So for regular verbs, we simply add ed to the root form of the verb. So for example, the verb play, okay, we just add ed in the past tense. So we have played and the past participle played. Same as with the other verbs, past, listen, and walk. We just add the ed to the root form of the verb, okay, to form the past tense. Okay, so that's for regular verb. How about the other regular verb, Ma'am Nina?
Yes, Ma'am Claudine. When we say regular verb that ends letter E, what you're going to do is just add letter D. For example, love for simple form, and if you're going to add D, it will become love in the past tense. And another example is dance for the simple form, and then you're going to add D, it will become danced, and it will become past tense. Another example is bake, it will become bake, just add D, it will form the past tense. And we have also prove, okay, prove, and then you're going to add D to the simple form, and you're going to form the past tense of the word prove by adding D, and it will become prove. Okay,
Yes.
so that's it. Okay, take it away, Ma'am Jane Arlene, for the irregular verbs.
Okay, for irregular verbs, we do not add ed or d. Okay? We do not add the suffix ed or d. Instead, past tense of irregular verbs are formed by changing the spelling. Okay? Changing the spelling of the root form of the verb. We have here an example. So, in the simple form, we have sing, win, eat, give, become, buy. I cannot see the last part.
Bring.
Okay, so when you say sing, the past tense is sang. Okay, past participle is sung. What's the difference? In the past tense, we have the sang, S-A-N-G, and past participle is sung, S-U-N-G. Okay? For the simple form, we have win, won, won. Correct? Eat, and then ate, eaten. Give, gave, given. Become, became, become. Ah? Bakit naging become yun? Nag-wrong spelling lang siguro yun.
Yes, ma'am.
Madam. Okay,
Wrong
that's
spelling.
became. Okay. Buy, bought, and then bought. Then bring, brought, brought. Siguro narinig niyo yung ano, yung joke na bring, brang, brung dahil merong sing, sang, sung. Okay, that's not correct. So the right one is bring, brought, and brought. Ma'am Claudine, I just want to correct the other one. Siguro nagkamali ka lang ng pagta-type din doon, ma'am. So yung
saan, ma'am?
Typical error. Okay.
proven.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, that is irregular.
Proved, and proven, ma'am.
Okay, that should be in the
And, okay.
irregular verb.
Yan,
Okay, yes.
Yan, ma'am. Okay, so that's it. Some irregular verbs form their past tense by retaining the spelling of the root word. Okay, root form, I'm sorry. Meaning to say, we do not add ed or d. Okay, we do not change the spelling, but we are going to retain the spelling of its root form. For example, so we have cut, cut, cut. We do not say cut, cutted, cutted.
Yes.
Okay, the correct form is cut, cut, and cut. Then set, set, set. Hit, hit, hit. Okay, in number 4, read. Okay, that's the present form. Yes, read, the simple form. We say the spelling is the same, but we pronounce it differently. For past tense, we have read, and then past participle is also read. Okay,
Yes.
he read his book last night. Read.
Yes, that's right. Thank you so much, Teacher Nina and Teacher Jane. This time, to give us more knowledge about simple past tense, let's listen to Teacher Nina Jenny Guillermo as she discusses the uses of simple past tense.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Claudine. This time, I am going to discuss about the uses of simple past tense. So dear learners, you will learn how to use the simple past tense. This is one of the most exciting and important tenses in our series of English verb tenses. So, whatever you are trying to describe, what happened before now. Before now means yesterday, ages ago, olden days, in the olden times, in those days, years ago, recently, in the past, a while ago, is what the meaning of that is before now. You are going to use, of course, you are going to use the simple past tense of the verb. Now, let's talk about actions or an event or a situation that started in the past and ended in the past. So, what are the uses of simple past tense? Okay, number one. Simple past tense is used for both recent and distant past actions. Okay, so here is the example. For the recent past, we have she submitted her outputs in English 7 yesterday. Okay, so yesterday. Okay, the word yesterday. So, yesterday is something that just happened a short time ago. That's why it is called recent past. Okay? Okay. And what is the verb used in the simple past tense?
Submitted, ma'am.
Yes, correct,
Submitted.
ma'am. Okay, so the verb used in the simple past tense is submitted. Okay, now, let's move to the distant past. Okay, when we say distant past, means something that happened a long time ago. And what is that? And what is that time expression used as an example of distant past?
10 years ago.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Jane. 10 years ago. So, meaning, happened a long time ago.
Okay, parang parang Sir Dennis celebrated his birthday, his 35th birthday, 20 years ago.
Wow.
Sobrang matanda ba, sir?
Sobrang matanda na, ma'am.
Sorry. Very
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay, and what is the verb used in the simple past tense?
Okay, of course, lived.
Live, of course, yes. And take note, my dear students, that yesterday and 10 years ago are examples of time expressions that explain a definite point in time.
We have a question here, Ma'am Nina.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, from Liza Orifon. Is last week considered recently past?
Yes, yes, my dear. It is considered as recent
Nice
past.
question, Liza.
Yes, thank you, Liza.
That's the recent past, anak.
Okay, we have another use of simple past is used for actions that started and finished in the past without specifying a time. Okay, take note of the words without specifying a time, which means no time expression is used in the sentence. Okay, hindi daw tayo gagamit ng time expression, but we know that that sentence is an example of
Past.
Okay, the verb used in that sentence is an example of simple past tense.
Yes.
Okay.
O, parang yung example ko ulit kanina, Sir Dennis celebrated his birthday. Walang definite time.
Yes,
Definite
right.
specifying.
Okay, may we have the examples here? There are two examples here. Number one, she wrote an interesting story. And for number two, I watched RBI English via FB Live. Okay, from these two examples here, what are the two verbs used in the simple past?
Okay, we have wrote in number 1, and in number 2, we have watched.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Jane. Yes. Okay, take note, dear learners. Wrote is an example of irregular verb in the simple past, and watch is an example of regular verb in the simple past. Take note that this sentence have no time expression, but the verb in the simple past indicate that the actions started in the past and ended in the past. Okay. Yes, next. And for the last use, okay, we have the simple past used to describe several actions that were completed in the past. Okay, take note of the word several actions. Several means two or more past actions. Okay, so this is the example. Okay, I read the module, answered it on a clean sheet of paper, and submitted it. Now, what are the verbs used in this sentence?
Okay, let us see if the learners are still listening.
Yes.
What are the verbs used in the sentence?
Yes, key in your answer, dear learners.
William Orate Jr., 7 Jacinto.
Read.
Read. Or this is...
Read.
This is
Read. Past tense. Read.
Yes, correct. Read.
Okay,
We have
read.
read.
What else?
What else, my dear student? My dear learners?
Okay,
Christine Leticia also read.
Read. Okay. What
Maria
else?
Jane Garan read.
Read.
What else?
Read. Mark Norwin
Read.
Edroso read,
Liza
answered,
Orifon read,
submitted.
answered, submitted.
Okay, very
Submitted.
good.
Liza Orifon.
Yes.
Pia read, answered, submitted. Correct.
Also from Felrita.
Felrita, correct.
Jessie
Alright.
Bayaka.
So, meaning they are still listening. Thank you
Yes.
very much.
Buhay na buhay. Yes. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
so-
you for listening, dear learners. Okay, Ma'am Jane Arlene, take it away.
Not
Thank you
yet,
so
ma'am.
much,
We
Teacher
still have
Nina,
Sir Dennis.
for
Okay.
that informative sharing. I hope that you've learned a lot from Teacher Nina. So now, let's listen to Teacher Dennis as he discusses about the past perfect tense of verbs. So go,
Okay.
Sir Dennis.
Saan ako pupunta?
Go, 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 Sir
Okay.
Dennis. Nasa isip ko yata yung 25 years ago.
sabi kasi niya, go.
20 years ago.
Eh, kako magsasalita pa ako, pinapalista ko. Okay, now, how do we form the past perfect tense? Makinig kayo ha, mga anak?
Yes.
Listen
Past
well.
perfect tense narrates two past actions. A sentence that uses the past perfect tense provides two actions in the past, wherein the first past action is completed ahead of another past action. Past perfect tense is formed by using the word had plus the past participle of the verb. Aside from this, take note of the following time expressions in the indicating the past perfect tense. These are the time expressions: after, as soon as, the moment that, and until. These time expressions are used before the present perfect tense, while the time expressions before, when, by the time are used before the simple past. This is how we form the past perfect. For example, let's have an example here. I have here two given examples of sentences in the present tense, okay? The first sentence is, Mother cooks breakfast. And the second sentence is, I wake up. All we have to do is to change these sentences to the past tense. So
Okay.
what we have?
Let us see.
Okay?
Number
Let's have some
one.
answer from our learners.
Okay.
Sagot naman
The
learners
first
or
one.
sabihin natin sagot?
Example na muna
Oh, example muna. Okay.
Example muna.
Okay, let's have the example
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Number one is, Mother cooked breakfast and I woke up.
Okay.
Okay, so we change the two sentences into the past tense.
Yes.
Okay, we change the verbs of these two sentences into simple past
Yes,
tense
past
of
tense,
the
yes.
verbs.
Wherein
Okay.
cooks become
Cooked.
cooks becomes cooked and wake is woke.
Woke.
Okay.
Kasi tapos na. Yan, pinag-usapan doon. Okay, after changing the sentences, parang may magic to, no? Nagma-magic tayo, ha?
Correct.
Binabago-bago natin the
Yes.
words. After changing the sentences to the past tense, let's combine the sentences using the past perfect tense.
Yes.
Let's
Okay.
identify the action that comes first. The first action is Mother cooked breakfast. Okay? Now, all we have to do is add the word had. Yun yung magic. Naglalagay tayo.
yes.
And plus the past participle of the word cooked, which is cooked. So we have this. Mother had cooked breakfast. Okay? And we use the time expression before indicating the past tense. I woke up. So we now have the past perfect tense. Mother had cooked breakfast before I woke up. Diba? Kita nyo? In the given example, both actions happen in the past. However, only one action took place before the other one happened. The past perfect tense in our sentence portrays the first action. Yeah. We also use the time expression before to indicate the past tense woke up, which is the second action.
Second action.
Una, nagluto.
Yes.
Pangalawa, bumangon. Diba? Another example. Ito na. Napapanahon.
Napapanahon, sir.
The
Wow.
COVID. Ito na yung pangalawang example natin. The COVID-19 pandemic. Tama ba ko?
Hindi na yan, sir.
Ano? Wala na ba siya?
Wala na.
Ay, sorry po. Iba pa. Okay. The second example, we have the two sentences na dito. The first sentence is Sophie. Tama ba? Basta ko,
Yes,
di ba
Sophie.
Sophie.
Kasi
Wow.
kapitbahay na ako, Sophia.
Pina-social na Sofia.
Sophie.
Sophie. Ay, pinabata pala. Pinabata.
Yes.
Oo, diba?
Mas pag matanda,
Sophia.
Sophia.
Suping. Suping.
Ay, alam niyo na mga anak, ha? Sophie, kaya ayusin niyo yung pangalan niyo, gandahan niyo pag Sophie, finisher.
Finishes.
yes, yes.
Supplementary, ano nang tawag doon, sir?
Supplementary, tawag ito, word si Sir Vicent, si Sir Vic. Sabi niya, time, adverbials, used as conjunctive adverbs.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you, sir. Yung ginamit na kasi natin ng before. Okay. So, here's the tama ba ako? Sophie finishes her work. And the second sentence is, she eats her lunch. Let's change these sentences to the past tense so we have this.
Let us give
The activity?
the activity to
bigyan
the
natin.
learners.
Okay.
sige.
So, let us see.
At meron
Okay,
Let's see from
kasi-
Liza Orifon.
may nasasabik na sumagot.
She.
Gusto nilang sumagot kasi.
Yes. She finished her work before she ate her lunch.
Agad
Questionable.
niyang pinag-combine
Kinombine.
sentences
Oo,
natin
agad-agad.
to make.
Ganyan kabilis.
Yes, ang bilis niya.
Pero anak, bakit nilagyan mo pa ng question mark?
Hindi, parang sinasabi
hindi
ito,
siya-
pwede ba ito?
Tama ba?
Parang
Okay.
tama ba ito?
So, yes.
Your answer
Okay.
is correct.
Correct.
Yan, galing
Pero
naman
anak, ulitin ko ha, avoid using all capitals when
Yes.
you create your sentence, okay?
Yes. Sarah Litan, sabi ni Sarah Lin, 7 Newton. Sophie finished her work. She ate her lunch. Meron siyang
Correct.
ginamitan niya na.
Very good.
Okay, so
Nakuha din nila
change
yung
niya na. From
past tense.
Felrita, Sophie had finished her work before she ate her lunch. Correct. Okay.
Rita.
Ashley, she finished her work before she ate her lunch.
Wow, very good.
Right.
Ang gagaling nila.
Galing
Sige,
nila, see?
kayo na rito.
Kayo na rin, yes.
Sige, kayo.
Meron ng papalit, sir. Meron
Yes,
na.
ang gagaling ng mga anak natin. Grabe.
Gagaling
Okay.
nila. Wow. Amazing talaga.
So, paano nga ba natin finorm, sir, yung ating sentences?
Okay, so what we're going to do here is let's change these sentences to the past tense. So we have this. Sophie, instead of finishes, finished her work. And the number 2, she ate instead of she eats. she ate her lunch. After changing the sentences to the past tense, so tumama na yung mga bata natin kanina, finished and ate.
Yes.
Yung isa may naglagay, 9. Mali po yun ha, 8 dapat yun. Mali yun naglagay doon. Medyo mali yun ha, she 9, mali yun ha. After changing the sentences to the past tense, let's combine. Yan na yun, magic na naman tayo.
Combine na naman.
Let's combine the sentences using the past perfect. Yan. Let's identify the action that comes first. Ano ba yung nauna? The first action is, Sophie finished her work. That's the first one.
Yes.
All we have to do is add the word had.
Okay, do
Yan.
not forget
Do
the
not
word
forget, tama.
had.
Oo, because
Okay, the
that is how we
auxiliary
form
verb.
the past perfect.
Yes.
Yes. Plus the past participle.
Pag nalimutan yun, papaluin ko kayo sa puwet. Yan, ha?
Add
Plus,
had.
yes, plus past participles of the word finished. Yan. Which is finished. We use the time expression after to indicate the past perfect tense. Sophie had finished her work. And the past tense of the second action, she ate her lunch. Now, we now have the past perfect tense. So, ganito po lalabas yan. After Sophie had finished her work, she ate her lunch.
Okay, so yung mga sagot nila, ma'am, ay sir, tama din yon.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Kasi ang sagot nila is, Sophie had finished her work before she ate her lunch.
Tama din
Okay.
yan, ma'am.
Which is
ginawa
the same
natin-
with that.
Yes, nilagay natin ng self-taught after sa umpisa para
Yes.
mas mabigyan natin ng kahulugan yung pangungusap.
Yes, okay.
So always remember to use the past perfect tense for action that happened first while the second action is in the past tense. Thank you very much, dear learners. Ang gagaling ninyo. Ma'am Claudine.
Thank you
Yes,
so
ang
much,
gagaling
Teacher,
nila.
Teacher Dennis. Ang gagaling talaga ng ating mga grade 7
Yes,
learners.
they can construct.
Oh, nakuha ni Jan Radel. Oh, kaya lang, yun nga, when you construct a sentence, of course, do not forget your punctuation mark.
Oo.
After Sophie
What
had
is that
finished her
punctuation
work,
mark, ma'am?
It should be period.
Okay, period, my dear
Period.
learners. Don't
Right?
forget.
Okay, so I know that our learners learned a lot about the past perfect tense. Now, let's
Yes.
listen more to Teacher Jane to give us more knowledge about the past perfect tenses. So take it
Okay.
away, Mom Jane.
Thank you, Ma'am Claudine and Sir Dennis, teacher niya also. Now, after listening to the explanations on how we are going to form the past tense and the past perfect tense of verbs, we have here the uses of past perfect tense. Saan natin ginagamit? O ano mga sentences ginagamit ang past perfect tense. Okay, number 1. The action happened before something else in the past. Okay, so always remember that there are two past actions here. It says here, the action happened before something else in the past. Okay, examples. Number 1, he stayed up all night because he had received bad news. Okay, so what's the first action there? He had received bad news. That is why he stayed up all night. There are two past actions there. Had received and stayed. Oh, yes?
Yes,
Okay.
that's
What
right.
happened first? He had received bad news. So, he stayed up late. All night. Okay. For number 2, the basketball players lost many of the games because they had not practiced enough. Okay, why did they lose the game? Because they did not practice well. The first action there is had not practiced, and so they lost the games.
Yes.
Two past actions, had not practiced and lost. Okay? Number 2, past perfect tense to show that an action happened before a specific time in the past. Okay, can you still remember the discussion given by, or the explanations given by Ma'am Ninya? We have there time in the past. We have the recent and the distant past. We have the
Yes.
time expressions. Okay, examples. Number 1, Mary had established her company before 2000. So, nangyari or nai-establish niya yung company niya bago pa ang 2000. There was a past action before the year 2000 before he had established her company. We have there the time expression before 2000. So bago pa mag year 2000, Mary had established her company already. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, number 2. Mario had never played football until last month. So meaning, until last month or bago pa yung last month, hindi na siya naglaro. Okay? Had never played. Don't forget that past perfect tense makes it clear that one thing happened before another in the past. Yes? The events do not matter since the tense makes it clear which event happened first. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Another one, number 3. It can also be used with the word just. Ayan, yung parang recent lang siya. Just yesterday, just this morning.
Yes.
When combined, this makes it clear that the event was only a short time prior.
Yes.
Yes?
Short time.
Short time. Okay.
Recent.
The bus had just left when she got the stop. Parang, oh my God, kaalis ng bus pagdating ko. Yes? The bus had just left when she got to the stop. There are 2 past actions there. Yes? Had just left and got. Yes? Which is the first action there. The bus had just left when she got the stop. To the stop. Okay? Umalis yung bus bago siya dumating. Alright? I had just gone outside when it started to rain. Kalalabas ko lang. Okay? I had just gone outside when it started to rain. There are 2 past actions there. Note that the past participle of to go is gone and not went. Yes? To go. Okay? And it is used to form the past perfect as well. Okay? To go is gone, not went. Alright. Next.
Okay,
Alright.
so thank you so much, Teacher Jane, for that detailed explanation. So always remember, dear learners, yung ginagamitan natin ng past perfect ay yun yung laging nauunang action. And then the past tense is the second action. Okay. Para mas malinaw. So at this point, Teacher Dennis and Teacher Nina will give us a short activity. So, dear learners, this is your another chance to win load and additional points from your teachers.
Correct. Yes, we have additional points from your teachers. And of course, bonus is 20 peso worth of load.
Wow.
Okay.
Very
Let us clear lang
generous.
siguro, ma'am. I-clear lang natin siguro. Okay lang ba manalo ang bata ng paulit-ulit?
Ay, hindi po.
Once
hindi.
lang daw,
Okay,
sir.
once lang.
Naibigay na
Once lang
natin
daw,
sa
sir.
kanila yung instruction na
Yes,
yun
okay.
last
So,
time.
sa mga anak, huwag kayong magtatampo. Pwede pa rin kayong sumagot. Pero doon sa mga mananalo na, siyempre mga anak, yun lang mga...
Additional points na lang,
Additional
sir.
points na lang.
Yes. Uy, malaking bagay yun. Additional points yun di ba?
Points. Recitation din
Yes,
yun,
recitation
ma'am.
din nila yan. Performance task din yun.
Yes, from your teachers in English.
So, let's have Sir Dennis
Additional
and
points.
Teacher Nina.
Okay, so this is the activity. What you need to do is read and analyze the given sentences. Fill in the blank with the past tense of the verb in the parentheses. Okay? Now let's have number 1. Do not forget to type your name, your section, item number, and your answer. Ulitin natin ha. Your name, section, item number, and your answer. Here's number 1. The president blank our country to be under the state of emergency.
Ay,
The verb
may sagot
is...
ka agad. Ay, nauna
Okay,
si
declare. Sino
Liza.
na?
Pero winner na natin si Liza.
Yes, additional points from your
Oo nga
teacher,
eh, oo.
Liza.
Nauna
Nanalo na
yata
rin.
ang signal nila, sir. Kasi
Oo.
may mga sagot na sila, oh.
May sagot na.
Nanalo na rin si Liza of Orifon, di ba?
Nanalo na rin si Felrita, but their answers are correct, sir.
Si Jasmine ba?
Yes,
Nanalo
si
na rin si
Jasmine.
Jasmine?
Jasmine Martinez.
Nanalo na
Not
siya?
yet. Pero, we have to look at the sentence, sir.
Yes.
The president. If your answer starts with the capital letter, we cannot accept that.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Because that is a sentence. We must follow the right construction of sentence.
Okay, that's
Mona
right.
Bumanglag.
Pia
Galileo.
Mona. Oh,
Yan.
yes. Okay.
So,
So,
ang sagot
Pia
niya ay
Mona
declare.
got the right answer.
Is declare.
Okay. So,
declare.
yan, nireg lang ni ma'am ng capital letter yan
O,
para
kinapitalize lang natin.
ma-emphasize.
Para ma-indicate,
Oo,
Yes,
para
may
ma-emphasize yung,
emphasize.
yung kanyang sagot.
Okay.
Okay, next is Yan.
So, sino yon? Si Pia muna.
Yes, it's this Pia muna.
Congratulations,
Okay.
Pia.
Next is
Congratulations, Pia.
Aurora blank her grandparents yesterday. The verb is visit.
So what is the past tense of the word in the parenthesis?
Yes, visit. Okay, Angela Suniga, tapos na ba siya? Pero hindi niya na kumpleto yung ating hashtag, yung kanya. Oo.
Walang section na.
Okay, dear learners. Key in
From
your answer.
Kirsten Latisha.
Name, section, item number.
Sino yun,
Kirsten
ma'am?
Latisha Corpus of 7 Archimedes. Her answer is visited.
Yeah.
Is he correct, ma'am?
Sige natin.
Okay, yes, correct.
Okay, now, thank you very much.
What's the name, ma'am?
Kirsten Latisha
Corpus.
Okay.
Corpus. So the answer in this question is visited because it is the past tense of the word visit.
Okay, just add ed to form the simple past tense of the verb. Okay.
Teacher
How
Linya?
about the past perfect tense, Ma'am Linya?
Okay, yes. For item number 3, fill in the blank with the past perfect tense to the verb in the parenthesis. Okay. What is the sentence? Okay, here's the sentence. Jose Rizal blank noli tangere before he worked on el filibusterismo. The verb in parenthesis is right.
Okay, so all you
Okay,
have to
key
do
in your
is
answer,
for-
dear learners.
Felrita is correct. Congratulations, but
Ang
you won
bibilis.
already, anak. Ang bilis nila, oh.
Yes.
Ang bilis ni
Okay,
Felrita.
handwritten.
Binabasa pa lang
Okay,
natin meron na sa
wrote, had wrote, written.
Syra Ovray. Tama ba ako? Syra Ovray?
Tama ba?
Ay, hindi. Si Gio Lintao.
Gio Lintao.
Gio
Gio
Lintao.
Lintao.
Okay. Ang sagot
His
niya,
answer is
had written.
Had written.
Tama ba?
Okay,
Tama? Tingnan natin.
correct.
Okay,
Had
very good.
written.
Okay.
Congratulations. And all those who got the right answer. Okay, so let us proceed with the...
Let us first answer the question, Ma'am. Bakit had written? Bakit hindi
yes,
siya had
yes.
wrote?
Explain
Okay.
Kasi madaming nagsagot dito, had wrote.
Oo.
Okay, yes.
So, the rule is had plus the past participle.
Okay, ang ginamit kasi nila past
And
tense,
past.
Okay,
not
past
past
tense.
participle of the
So
verb.
always remember when we use the auxiliary verb had, it is followed with the past participle of
Yes,
the
correct.
verb.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so congratulations and thank you, Teacher Dennis, Teacher Nina, and Teacher Jane. So, right now, it is not only in English that we can use the past and past perfect tense of the verb. So we can also use it in different learning areas like science and math.
Correct.
So today we are going to use it in mathematics.
Wow.
So we have a given, Sir Dennis.
Wow.
Bell had computed the circumference
Genius.
of a circle with a 15-meter radius before the time stopped.
Dennis left the house.
We have the first action, had computed. Okay, which is in the past perfect tense.
Yes.
And the second action is stopped, which is in the past tense.
Okay.
So, Sir Dennis, the question is, what was Bell's answer? Or what was the circumference of the circle?
Wow,
Oh, let us see.
Yes.
Sir Dennis,
Ang
it's
galing.
your time to shine.
Tama yung tinawag mo, Ma'am Claudine. Sir
Oo.
Dennis is
Kasi,
genius in math.
oo, correct.
Ito,
Pero
hirap
tinuruan
sa-
ko din yan.
Okay.
Ito hirap sa mga kasamahan ko dito, mga anak. Pag mahirap ang tanong sa akin, binibigay. Di ba pwede 1 plus 1 na lang?
Sir, ano po
Hirapan talaga
answer?
ako. Sige. So, gagamitan natin siyempre naman ha. Nag-research tayo sa encyclopedia.
talaga.
Marami
Nag-research
tayo.
niya talaga.
Nakita pa tayo sa Japan para lang mapag-aralan ito. The question is, what was Bell's answer? Yan ang sagot niya. Tama ba ako? Bell's answer, di ba? So, let's have a formula first, ha?
Talaga po.
Yeah, we have a form. Siyempre, siniliksik ko ito mula India hanggang Pampanga. Okay, so we have this is the formula, ha? C equals to 2 pi r, which is circumference is equal to 2 pi r or 2 times 3.5 14 times radius. Okay, tama.
Wow, ang galing ni Sir Dennis.
Ang galing ng writer ko.
Circumference. Circumference of a circle.
Circumference yan,
parang
ha?
diba?
Yung
Ito ang solution.
circumference is yung bilog
Yung
kasi
bilog.
ang circle. So,
Yung bilog niya.
oo, yung circumference
Tapos
niya.
doon sa four corner, hanapin mo isa.
Walang corner yun, sir. Bilog nga eh.
Opo, doon corner.
Nanlilito
Now,
ka
this
na
is the
naman.
solution. Ipapakita namin ang solution sa inyo. Pakinggan nyo mabuti. Okay. C equals to 2 times the pi, that is 3.14 times
The
15.
radius,
The radius,
15
15 meter. So what is the answer?
Ala ka, may sagot na sila, sir. O, bilisan mo.
Sagot na sila. May sagot na sila. Ang dami na sumagot.
Andiyan yung mga genius natin.
94.20 daw, sir. Tingnan
Ay,
natin,
Diyos
ha?
ko, ang gagaling.
Tapos na pala, uwi na ako. Alis na ako. Pinapos yun, hindi ako pinatapos eh.
Tapusin mo, sir.
Oh, siyempre, ang sagot natin ay tama!
Hindi na ilagay dito.
Hindi rin mailagay. Ito na sasabihin ko na. Dahil sagot ako, matalino to.
Oh, alam namin. Kaya nga ikaw sasagot yan.
Yes.
Ang sagot ay 94.2 meter!
Wow!
Meters
See?
yan, meters
Ang
yan.
gagaling ng mga sagot nila. O,
Sino
tingnan
sumagot
na
na
natin,
una?
ha?
Ang nakakuha na ang tamang sagot.
Annabelle, Felrita Annabelle, 94.20. Oh,
good.
very good.
Very
Rhea
good.
Jane Garan, 94.20.
Wow.
Anthony Bartolome, 94.20. Mark Alwin, 94.20. Sar Agunoy, 84.25. Naku, may ibang computation yata si Sar, ano, sir, ah?
Yes, Sar.
Naku, hinahamon ka ni Sar.
Sige lang.
Nag-compute din itong batang
Okay
ito.
lang, respeto kayo, respeto kayo.
Meron pa ulit siyang sagot, 94.25.
Yes.
Sabi ni
may
Liza.
ulit, 94.20.
Sabi ni Liza, Sir, ano po sagot? Sabi ni Liza.
Liza.
Nagmamadali ka na?
Nagmamagaling, sir.
Okay, pero si Sir
Sige.
kasi ni-research
Sige.
niya yan eh.
Yes.
Kaya,
So this
meron
is the
siyang
explanation.
sagot.
In geometry, the circumference is the perimeter or the distance around the circle. It can be
Correct.
found by using the formula C equals to 2 pi r, where pi is equals to 3.14 and r is the radius or the distance from the center point to any endpoint of
the
the circle.
circle. Okay.
What is pi used in circle? Paano nga ba
Yes.
yung pi?
Pi, hindi
Nakakita
siya
ka na ba ng-
pamay-pay ha, pi,
Oh,
in
nakakita ka na ng
circles.
egg pie na question. Circle are similar and the expression. The circumference divided by the diameter produces the same value regardless of their radius. This value is the ratio of the circumference of a circle to its diameter and is called
Pi.
Ay,
Yes,
Thank
okay.
you so much.
For those who got the right answer, very good kayo. Nagmana kayo kay Sir Dennis.
Yes. So, sino ang nakakuha ng load natin dito, ma'am?
Sino bang
Ano?
naman?
Nauna
Ang
si
pinakauna si
Si Falrita.
Oo, pero
nanalo
winner
na
na
kasi
siya.
Yes, nanalo
So, we
na.
have Rhea Jane M. Garan of 7 Rizal. Oh,
Yes,
7 Rizal.
Sir, ano ang tamang sagot? 94.2
2
meters.
Okay, or 20.
Yes.
So we have
Okay.
Rhea Jane and
Thank you.
Garan.
Okay.
Pero very good yung mga nakakuha.
Yes, additional points yan.
Additional
Yes.
points.
From your teacher. Okay. So at this moment, may I know if you listened well? What have you learned today, my dear learners?
Ayan,
Okay,
ayan.
you may
Let us
key in your
see.
answers in the chat box. Ano yung natutunan natin ngayong araw? Ano yung na-discuss natin ngayong araw? So, key in your answers in the chat box.
Tignan natin. Ayan. Liza Orifon about the past tenses.
Yes, correct. We
Correct.
discussed about the past tenses.
It says, kung daw dapat ang sagot dyan is 94 and 200.
92.
Wow,
200.
Peter Emmanuel said,
I learned
a lot.
Wow, very good
Peter
naman.
Thank you so much,
Okay.
Anay. Thank you.
From Rita, past and past perfect tense. Correct. Also from Luke Benko, Liza
Yes.
Orifon. Okay, many more. So, they learned about the past and past perfect tenses.
Tense,
So, we were also taught about the uses of the past and past perfect tenses. Okay, so now let's proceed to the evaluation part to be given by Teacher Jane.
Okay, this is your time to tell us what you learned today. Let us proceed. Let's check if you really understood the lesson. Okay, we have 2-item evaluation. All you have to do is to change the simple present tense of the verb to the past tense. Then combine the two sentences by using the past perfect tense to the first action. Okay? So I have here an example. Denise feels so hungry. Babae si Denise, ha? Denise feels so hungry. She eats a lot. So, the first thing to do is change the present. So, the first sentence, Denise felt so hungry. Then number 2, another sentence, she ate a lot. We change the feels into felt, eats into ate. Okay. For letter A, Denise had felt so hungry before she ate a lot.
Is that the correct answer?
Is that the correct answer? Or letter B, Denise have felt so hungry before she ate a lot.
Okay, we are talking about the past
Key in your
perfect.
answer.
Ashley Kate Ramos Incio, 7 Galileo, number A.
What is the correct answer? Is it letter A or letter B?
Ashley Kate Ramos of 7 Galileo, letter A.
Said
Sabi
Rodriguez,
niya.
letter A.
Okay.
Jenna Portillo, letter A.
Letter A.
The right answer is letter
A.
Okay. We have there had felt.
Ashley Kate Ramos
had
Incio.
felt. Okay, before she ate a lot.
Yes, very good.
So the right answer is letter A. That's the correct construction of the past perfect tense. Had felt and ate. Okay. Number 2. Mother cries so hard. Diana gets low. It's your time to answer this one. The first thing to do is change the present form of the verb into past and then combine these two to make a past perfect tense sentence.
Okay, go, learners!
Okay,
Okay, key in your answers. Construct.
Magko-construct sila ngayon.
Yes.
By
Yes,
combining
they will
these
construct
two
their
sentences.
Okay. So let's wait for
Answer.
For an answer.
10 days.
No. Maybe 10 seconds lang, sir. Kasi magagaling sila eh.
Magagaling nila eh.
Ang gagaling nila.
Ito na si Liza
You
Olifon.
see?
Let us see.
Liza.
Wow, Liza.
When
Tama ba ang
Diana
sagot
got low
niya,
grades,
Ma'am
her
Ruby?
mother cried so hard.
May nakalimutan siya. Tama yung pag-change niya ng verb. Pero yung construction ng past perfect, may nakalimutan siya.
May missing.
Sarah Lee.
May missing word,
Mother
ma'am.
cried so hard because Diana got low grades. May nakalimutan din si Sarah.
Yes.
Sar.
From
Sar.
Dar.
Mother had cried so hard because Diana have got low grades. May naidagdag naman siya.
naman.
Tell Rita, after Diana had gotten low grades, Mother cried so hard.
Very
good.
good.
Very good.
Rita.
You are correct. Okay. You are going to receive many points from me. Okay.
Rita.
Diana mother, from Marian Padron. Diana mother cried because Diana grade is low. Okay, so may idea din siya.
Yes.
Alright. Ay, nakalimutan ko po ulit yung non-capital. Ay, si Liza yun.
Si Liza.
Amen. Mother cried so hard because Diana gets low grades. Anak, change mo yung pan ha. Yung gets into got. Pero may nakalimutan ka pa din.
Yung paggamit nila, ma'am, ng because.
Yes.
We do not use the conjunction.
The word because. Okay,
The word
conjunction.
because.
It
Kasi-
will become cause and effect.
Yes. We
Oh.
are talking about the past perfect. Anong ginagamit natin, ma'am, para ma-combine sila?
Meron
We use
tayong
time
expressions.
Correct. Ano yung mga yun, ma'am?
Ano yung
Yes,
mga
we
time
have.
expressions natin? We have after, before,
Correct.
until now.
Yes. Those are
Alright.
time expressions.
When. Pwede din ang
When. Pwede ano. Peter
when.
Emmanuel. Mother had cried so hard when Diana got low grades.
Wow.
Correct. Pero winner na ba natin siya?
Si Peter.
Si Peter Emmanuel. Oo.
Winner na din
Pero
dati.
may additional points ka pa din
yes.
sa akin, anak. RJ.
Okay, yan.
Oh, nakalimutan niyang i-change
RJ.
sa past tense, anak. Mother cries so hard because
Still have
Diana
1
gets
minute,
low
guys.
grade.
Okay, so
Alright,
thank you so
okay.
much.
Thank you
Ma'am
so much.
Jane. And
At least.
congratulations to those who got the correct answer. I hope you learned a lot in today's lesson. So our topic highlights the grammatical features of past and past perfect tenses of verb. Any addition?
Ayun yung ano ma'am, yung sabihin natin yung tamang sagot. Yung sagot kanina ni Felrita, yun ang tama. And then, ito din, si Sarah Lee, tama.
Yes,
okay?
tama.
Mother had cried so hard. So, I know, kasi kinamit niya ang because.
Yes.
Avoid using because. Okay?
Ang gagamitin natin ay time expressions.
Okay, correct.
Okay, so always remember the words of William Faulkner, and I quote, "The past is never dead. It's not even past." So before ending this session, may we have again your teachers in English, Teacher Jane, Teacher Nina, and Teacher Dennis. So again, thank you so much, grade 7. See you next
Wednesday.
Yes, next Wednesday.
Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Yes. Thank you and God bless us all.
At tabayanan po ha, balita, susunod na po.
Facts and information. Today's learning for new normal with capable teachers whose heart and soul are divine. Delivered knowledge inside your home through 106.3 Dance Radio. Fully dedicated to serve the public in tribute to education, reproduce of radio-based instruction. We are pleased to deliver the utmost aim of education. Only here on 106.3 DWDR-FM. Dance Radio. Dance Radio.
Prepare yourself.
Ang silid-aralan sa radyo, hatid namin ay makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo at kalaman. Mapaumaga, tanghali o hapon man yan. Ang estasyong magbibigay impormasyon kahit saan man.
Alright, here we go.
106.3 Dance Radio. Doña Aurora National High School, Santa Rita, Aurora, Isabela.
This
106.3 DWDR-FM.